Alright, what's going on, everybody? Now, I know I did a video a few days ago, but I really have to talk about this and share with you what the Ruach HaKodesh has put in my heart and my innermost being. So I know a lot of y'all been watching the news and you've been seeing what's going on in that false land they call Israel. Well, what's actually going on there, believe it or not, if you understand scripture, you understand prophecy, that's Yahuah's judgment. Now, why is that Yahuah's judgment? Well, let's think about it. This false land Israel claims to be the holy land, right? This false land Israel and those quote unquote false fake Jews over there claim to be the chosen set apart people. They claim to be a people that was established after a time of war, and they quote unquote proclaim to be a nation set apart amongst others. Now, y'all have to see Yahuah's hand in this, because not only is he dealing with that land, but in the long run is going to affect the United States, because the United States is supposedly an ally with that false land Israel. So when one falls, whatever's connected to it falls too. See, y'all have to understand, like Yahuah mentioned to me in a previous video, President Joe Biden is Yahuah's servant. And what's happening right now in that false land Israel is part of President Joe Biden's assignment, ordained and orchestrated by Yahuah. All right. Now, those of you who understand scripture, know that Yahuah established a people and a nation a long time ago, since our father Abraham. Through him, his sons will bear the 12 tribes of Yasharel, the true people of Yahuah, the true set-apart people of Yasharel, who have been scattered to the four corners of the earth, who have been scattered to heathen nations, who one day, as Yahuah has promised all throughout his word, that he will regather us and bring us back into our land. Now, me personally, when I look at maps and all, I don't trust the images of these maps that they put today, because throughout history they have changed maps, they have changed locations. It's so, all bundled up like a puzzle, and I believe Yahuah has allowed that for specific reasons. But other than that, one more thing about that false land Israel. Y'all see what their flag is. Read the book of Mayasim or Acts 7:43. It talks about it. Their star, the star of their Elohim, which is called Remphan, who they worship. Which happens to also be an area where the synagogue of Hasatan is. Interesting. So, Yahuah's bringing judgment. It may sound cruel. It may sound like hate speech. But understand Yahuah's hand in all this. People of Yah, those of you who really see what's happening through the Ruach HaKodesh, see what's happening. But you see many people today, especially people in the United States, they're like, oh, pray for Israel. I'm not praying for a land, for a people, for an area that was hijacked. I'm not praying for an area that was stolen and proclaimed to be the true holy set apart nation when Yahuah established that a long time ago. I'm not praying for a nation who worships Satan and has a false Messiah who they are quote unquote still waiting on. Our true Mashiach, Yahushua, has already came, died, rose up, ascended to the right hand of the Father, and will come back again for his bride. And when we are gathered and taken back to our land, we will have rest on every side. We will have peace. Whatever's going on right now over there, it's been war filled since there ain't never been peace over there. Now I know people like to talk about peace in the Middle East and all that stuff. Only peace, true shalom is in Yahuah and Yahuah alone. So some people are going to be mad about this video. It's all good, but I understand what's happening right now, and that's Yahuah's judgment, like I said, on the false land that is called Israel, with their false flag representing their star Elohim, their false deity called Remphan, which that same symbol is a symbol of witchcraft. It's also a symbol that a lot of Masons and secret organizations use. Like, I can go on and on and on, which also is a symbol of Molech. And if you understand what Molech is, that's the deity who they sacrificed their children to way back when, and that's why Yahuah dealt with his people. So yeah, I'm just watching, sitting back and seeing Yahuah's mighty hand at work. And I glorify Yahuah because all his judgments are righteous, and everything that he does is righteous, is perfect, and he accomplishes his will, and whatever he sends out, it will not return to him void, because he's the almighty creator. So let me know what y'all think. You know, what's happening with this. It seems to be the on every news program right now. And I know people are like, Joe Biden paid Hamas this and paid Hamas that to attack. It's a false flag. All the conspiracy theories that's out there. No, President Joe Biden is doing exactly what he's ordained to do. Destroy. And I understand, like I said, when he's dealing with that false land Israel, he's dealing with the United States because they are allies. They're strong supporters of one another. And it just so happens to be that they also worship quote unquote God, which is actually a deity of fortune, which happens to be on our US dollar bill. Isn't that something? So I think we're really starting to see a fall of a nation. That's just my opinion. Because like I said, when Israel falls, this false land Israel falls, it happens with the United States. Because they're so close. But hey, enough said on that. Yahuah's good all the time, and all the time he's good, and he does what he wants because he's the master. And if you don't like what's happening right now, then take it up with Yahuah, because at the end of the day, he controls everything, and he allows everything to happen to accomplish his will. Y'all take care.